Hello, my Smooners. Welcome back to being Mrs. S. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some BGM on you. Uh-oh. BGM's light doesn't want to go off. Thank you for joining me this fine day. And if you're new to my channel, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, be a good buddy and click on that beautiful subscribe button. When you do, please leave a comment below in the comment section to let me know that you subscribed. And I'll shout out to you in my next video. Cheers and welcome to the Smoon universe. Oh, before I forget, check out Smoon City, my merch store, to get cool merch like this. I thank you in advance for your support. Okay, my Smooners, today is laundry day, and I am bringing you some tea. So let's get right into this tea, baby. I mean, literally, let's get into this tea. What kind of tea do you guys like? Do you like green tea? I love green tea, and green tea is what I drink on a daily basis. But I love black teas, specifically English breakfast. I like Earl Grey a little bit, but you know. So let's see if I brewed this to perfection. I think I did a little bit. I think I did. It's nice and hot. Okay, so let's get into this tea. So are you guys tired of Will and Jada yet? Why though? Isn't it the gift that keeps on giving? You guys, these are teachable moments that you can apply in some way to your own lives. You should be thankful that they put their mess on display so all of you can learn from it. You know, they say experience is the best teacher. But you don't have to be the one in the experience, do you? You can be the witness, still learning from it all. Okay, so listen to this.
Mess with some dude that's your son's friend, as trifling as that may seem in people's eyes, that's your damn business. You want to break up with your husband and all of this stuff, that's your business. But this public emasculation needs to stop. Jada, all you're doing is elevating the level of vitriol coming your way, because it don't matter what you say. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith.
That video was from The View, their watch page on Facebook. Apparently, people are saying that Jada is emasculating Will. But is she though? I don't think so. So here's my take. She's not. Jada and Will went on Red Table Talk and she confessed her relationship with her son's friend. I guess she was not expecting the backlash that would come out of that revelation. Then came the slap heard around the world and then more backlash. So the only thing she thought to do was to make her landing soft, right? By telling the people that her and Will have been pretty much divorced for years. I don't know. She obviously thought saying that would excuse her infidelity, but it just made people madder. Now, I don't think she's saying or doing these things to emasculate Will. I really believe she's doing these things just because she wants to. You know, because she feels she can, and it's really, really just about her. Jada does not strike me as the sort of person who can't make up her mind to leave. I mean, I could be wrong. Nonetheless, I truly believe she wants to stay married to Will. For the same reason she married him in the first place. What those reasons are, only she knows. Let's get to Will. Will is not emasculated, at least in my opinion. Especially if he had his own trysts while Jada was entangled. He must just be better at keeping his under wraps. See? I want you to all to remember that she's trying to sell a book. So the more we talk about her, the more interesting her book seems. By the way, am I the only one who thinks that separation is not divorce? And until divorce, both parties are still very much married and should keep their privates private. Ooh, don't come for me! Fix your face! Besides, by the sound of that soundbite, the one I'm about to play.
Again.
See you.
So after we had our long sit down, this is stuff you've been carrying with you for many, many, many years, and it's out there.
Yeah.
So as we sit here today in a reflection of, was it the right thing to reveal, to talk about everything? Do you feel like you made the right choice?
Absolutely. I think you, at some point, you know, I had to talk about my journey, you know? And I think, just like we were talking about, I think there's so many of us who, you know, hold so much, you know, specifically women, and feeling like we're going to be criticized, we're going to be
can't say anything.
judged, you can't say anything. And the beautiful part about it is, like, this whole journey, as difficult as it's been, has just brought Will and I closer in such an authentic way. You know, instead of trying to be a thing, it's like just tearing all that down and finding what's true between us.
Wow.
And it's been beautiful. It's been difficult.
It's been difficult.
But beautiful.
Because one thing people were really still concerned about, or confused about, really, was, okay, hang on. They've been divorced in theory, but not on paper.
Yes.
They were not together, but kind of pretended they were together. So I had trouble articulating exactly why that was. So now that you've had more time, why was that?
We really needed time to get solidified, because at the end of the day, Will and I love each other. You know, we had to really figure out what we wanted before we went into the world to say what was going on, because we were in such, you know, we were just kind of in this very fragile place. And so now we're just super solid.
Yeah.
And so now I can actually talk about what the journey has been.
So Will talked to the New York Times, or gave a statement, and this is what he says. We'll put it up on the screen. This is from the Times itself. The memoir, Will Smith said in an email, kind of woke him up. She'd lived the life more on the edge than he had realized, and that she is more resilient, clever, and compassionate than he'd understood. And this is the quote. When you've been with someone for more than half your life, he wrote, a sort of an emotional blindness sets in, and all you can do, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to their hidden nuances and subtle beauties. It sounds like an emotional blindness. He didn't see you. Is that kind of what it was, that he...
I think, yeah, that's so universal in relationships. He didn't see me and I didn't see him, right? Yeah. And so we kind of had to go our separate ways to see each other, you know? Because when you're in a relationship and you're kind of just pulling at that person to be something for you, you refuse to see them. And so we had to go our separate ways to really look at ourselves and see the blocks that we had in order to find a way back. Go to the Oscars necessarily as Will's wife, but when the event occurred, I knew in that moment that I wasn't going to leave his side. And I knew in that moment that I didn't go to that theater as his wife, but I was leaving as his wife, and I was going to stand by his side no matter what. And that's when I knew. I was like, I love this man.
If you find another great love, or if Will finds another great love.
There's no finding another great love, and I think that's the point. It's like, we are in a place now that we are in a deep healing space, and we are really concentrating on healing the relationship between us.
So it may not be the divorce on paper anymore?
There's no divorce on paper.
I mean, not on paper. There might not be a divorce in theory anymore?
Yeah, no, we really have been working hard.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
We might. I was trying to take. Well, wait. I totally missed that on the whole. That's the whole thing.
So wait. Just so I'm 100% clear, you were divorced, not on paper, but now we might be at a point where we're back together.
We are working very hard at bringing our bringing our relationship together.
Back to a marriage again.
Back to a life partnership. Yes, because here's the thing about husband-wife marriage for me, my healing process. I came into that with very specific ideas, right? Very specific ideas that were blocks to me just seeing Will as who he is. He can't be this perfect, idealized husband.
Yes, of course.
I have to be able to accept him for the human that he is. He accepts me for the human that I am, and we want to love each other there.
Okay, so you might like live in the same house and have the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's the only part. That's the only part in the special that I felt like got lost.
Well, guess what? It is found. We found it.
It looks like they're both trying to find their way back to each other. You see why messing with other people during a separation is just plain old messy? Whew. People. This tea is actually quite good. The bottom line is that some people will test the boundaries of the love and affection they receive from people in their lives. That's just who they are. They continuously think, I want something else, I want someone else. They're never satisfied. So they go and look for that thing they think they want, only to find out what they had was always all they needed all along. Anyway, thank you for joining me, my Smooners. Until my next video, don't forget to live, laugh, love, and I'll circle back. Love you, my Smooners.